my tree. This is the ultimate escape route if she smacked the top of my head. Still not a lot going on. It's like I say, the rain has increased. It's kind of still basically sprinkling. Like, I'm standing out here, but I'm not getting drenched, you know. I will be in probably like 5 or 10 minutes if I stand out here for too long. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's great. Everybody left town. Traffic is like nothing. There's no lines anywhere. It's beautiful. No, the wind actually right now is like not really much. You can hear it, like it's blowing around trees and shit. I did hear something crash like maybe 10 minutes ago, and that's kind of what made me do this update. But I don't know what it was. It was probably just some like microburst that blew over somebody's, who knows, gazebo thing or some shit. Most people around here have their shit pretty well locked down though, you know? Like, it's not really where, like, they leave lots of chance. Man, it's really dark. Let me see. Oh, hold on. That's right, I brought my flashlight out. There we go, we can see. Alright, now, yeah. This is the bin channel 2.0, whatever. We got lights now. That's my banana trees. They got wiped out by Ian last year. They grew back already within 1 year up to like basically 20 feet tall. And there's a big crop sitting right over there. At the beginning of the video you may have seen it, but also if you need taxes done, call my buddy Chuck Shepard. Home of the $100 tax return. For new clients, it's only $100, and that includes your federal, state, city, school, whatever you got. Doesn't matter where you live. In Ohio, where he's based out of, every single kid, every lousy, pimply-faced kid who's 14 years old and makes a lousy $3 grand at McDonald's has to file 4 tax returns. It's crazy. Ohio is bullshit. Down here in Florida, you only have to file 1 tax return, and that's your federal. That's it. But anyway, yeah, I totally doxed the shit out of my boss. Boss, buddy, whatever. He's only my boss during tax season. We're just friends the rest of the time. But check it out. Home of the $100 tax return. Chuck Shepard, CPA. 40 years of experience as a certified public accountant. He's had, in that 40 years, 3 clients get audited. They all passed. So, yeah. If you're doing criminal shit, he'll tell you to move on. I will tell you that. But other than that, he'll do your taxes, and he'll do them right, and he'll do them for cheap. Oh, thank you, Dragonfly Wings. There's really nothing to speak of at this point. It's very minimal rain sourcage at this point, and I've been trying to charge my batteries, but I don't know, my phone's a little older, it doesn't charge quite as quick. I did go though, I went to Walgreens earlier and I bought 2 phone battery backups, so I should have basically like 2 days of battery even if I lose power. Hopefully, we'll see. And I've also charged my battery for my Canon EOS Rebel SL3, which probably tomorrow when it's better light I will pull out, and we may get some 4K footage with that. That'll be interesting. And hopefully we don't get damaged, you know. Hopefully we don't get much of anything, but it'll probably still be interesting. I think it's always interesting when the storms hit because people leave and they don't want to be around, and then, like, look at this, like, all my neighbors are gone. I'm the only one here. Just me and Frank. Just me and Frank. And if you're a religious person, say a prayer for my buddy Franklin, because he's got some kind of health problem. I don't know what it is, and we can't figure it out. And I tried to take him to the vet the other day, and he bited them, and they didn't like it, and we had to get out of there. They were trying to charge me like $300 to sedate my cat because, you know, whatever. However, when they took his temperature, they stuck a thermometer up his ass, and I held him while they did it, and he didn't even flinch. So if they would have just allowed me to go when they were doing the injection, we probably wouldn't have that problem, but whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thanks for tuning in. I can't really see who's all tuned in, but I do see the comments. Yeah. Thank you, Dragonfly. I appreciate that. You know, Frank is he's a pretty integral part of my life. He's the only person I have. He lives with me every day, and he chose to do that. Like, I wasn't looking for him. He just, like, when I got this apartment in Houston, Texas, he just moved in, and then when I moved to Florida, then he just moved with me. Like, I kind of felt bad because he had like a girlfriend in Houston, but it was a terrible place. I watched like the neighbor kids at this apartment complex. They were just kicking him, and I came out and I screamed at them, and I got in an argument with one of the parents, and I was like, why don't you you know, regulate your kids instead of worry about me telling kids not to kick a cat? How about that? Like, maybe, you know, instead of training the next serial killer, why don't you, you know, control your child? But anyway, they didn't want to hear it, so I got the hell out of Houston. It's a terrible place. Terrible, terrible place. Worst place I ever lived, actually. I got back under the carport for a minute because it was raining, but now, well, we'll go back out here. The rain is increasing. The wind is increasing. See, my banana trees are doing a little dance over there. I realize this video isn't nearly as clear as I would like it to be. In the morning, I'll have some more videos. We'll go from there. This little gate over here, though, this is at my house. This little gate here goes down to the Intercoastal Waterway. So I live about only 300 feet from essentially the ocean, but there's another island called Siesta Key, which is right over there, and that kind of separates from the actual ocean. And but we get a lot of storms here. In fact, like 7 years ago, there was a tornado that came right down this street actually and took out 2 houses, and it wiped out an entire apartment mobile home park, like a trailer park that was over on the corner nearby here, about like a quarter mile away from my house, and that was completely wiped out. That was completely wiped out. So we get a lot of storms here, but my house was built... I lost power there for a second. My house was built in 1950, so that's like 73 years it's been here. So I think they built it pretty good. Pretty sure we'll survive this shit. More than likely. As you can see, there's not much going on right now. I don't want to bore anybody to death for all night. Oh, wow. We're up to 8 people now watching. It's interesting. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is, again, I just thought I'd pop on because I heard a noise in my house and the wind was blowing something over, and I thought, well, maybe we have some action, but not yet. It's mostly just boring. I'm just sitting in my house watching catches, and, you know, that's about it. Oh, there's a little lightning. That was interesting. So yeah, when it really gets crazy, which I think will be around 5 a.m., which to be honest, I lost track of time. Is it 9? I don't know. It's probably around 9 somewhere. So maybe in like 6 or 7, 8 hours or something, I'll probably go live again. I may go live again before that if it gets really weird. But, and unfortunately, it may be just dark like this until then. Thank you, Kid Nurse. Appreciate that. Until then, it may just be a situation where, you know, we, you know, just do nothing for hours and wait for the eventual shitstorm. The proverbial shitstorm, which, well, that's why we're all here, right? That's why I did all caps. Hurricane Idalia live coverage, whatever. Welcome to the channel of Ben. Thank you for showing up. Thank you, Gabby. Appreciate that. Welcome to the channel of Ben. We have an American flag over here. It used to mean a lot more when I was a kid, actually. And then I found out that actually this country sucks. And our government is the purpose of sucking. That's all they do is suck. Fuck them and their stupid asses. That's my public service announcement for today. Thank you. Little wind. Let's go out to the street real quick and see what's going on out there. Yeah, actually, when you walk down the driveway, you can definitely feel the wind is a little bit stronger than it was. Well, a lot stronger. Storm surge, I watched that very closely. And supposedly it's forecast at my area to be 4 to 7 feet. Which should leave me about 1 foot of spare. So basically, my entire driveway will probably be soaked, but hopefully my house is dry. We'll see. We will see about that. But yeah, the town is dead. This is great. Nobody's here. Nobody's here at all. Well, no, there's people. These people are home. These people just moved in, actually. There was another family that lived over there, and it was crazy. I found out that the people that lived there before, they moved out, and the landlord was here from New Jersey, and I met the landlord. And the people that lived there before had apparently trashed the place. They'd lived there for like 10 years, and they never raised the rent on them. It was crazy. They were paying $1,800 a month for this house, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Pine Shores neighborhood. Like literally everything else similar to this around here is going for like $4 grand a month, if not more. And they trashed the place and finally got evicted, whatever. And then the landlord reclaimed the property. They fixed it up, whatever they had to spend, who knows, tens of thousands. And now they're renting it for like, yeah, $4,200 or something like that. Crazy. Crazy. These houses are all, like, these are houses that were built like in the 60s and 70s. And the property value on these, like that house right there is like $850,000. Ridiculous. This one over here is like 3.2 million. 3.2 million for this house. So there's no turnaround. All trucks must back in. Yeah, this goes down. The houses on this little drive down here, they're like, they start at 4 million and they go up to like 12. Crazy. And then there's my little place. There's 4 units. It's a duplex situation times 2. It's a double duplex. It's the front 2 units, and then there's the back 2. And yes, I doxed the shit out of myself, and I don't care. But thank you for your concern for anybody who's gonna say something about that. I don't care. If somebody wants to kill me, bring it on. We'll have a conversation. We'll see what happens. The water is pooling. It's pooling. Yeah, now we're down to 6. I guess everybody got bored. A minute ago I looked and there was like 16 people viewing. That was incredible. But I realize it's also very boring. We'll get some better footage coming up. I didn't really expect much tonight. However, this storm is timed perfectly for TV because it's supposed to hit somewhere around 5 a.m. between 5 a.m. and noon. But that's like where it's supposed to make landfall, but it may hit here earlier with the crazy shit. But I don't know, we'll see. Stay dialed in. Thank you, Michael. I'll stay tuned in. I'll stay dialed in. We'll bring it to you right here from Sarasota, Florida. Thank you very much, everybody, tuning in to the channel of Ben. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Satan Soup. I appreciate that. I'm gonna dial out for right now. We're 15 minutes in. My previous was only 6 minutes, so I thought this one was gonna be shorter, but well, thank you guys. You make it happen. That's why I'm here. So we'll see you again before too long. And it might be the middle of the night. I don't know. If you miss it, that's fine. I'll keep it up. No worries. Talk to you later. Thank you.